Integrating to Snyk Enterprise is as simple as popping in an API token and then pulling all the code issue projects as well as code issues into OpsLevel. Once you've integrated to Snyk, you will then see your Snyk projects appearing in our detected components recommendations. Using these automated recommendations, I can then start adding these projects to our catalog or merging them to an existing component and associating them that way. Once a project has been associated to a catalog component, we can then go ahead and navigate over to one of our components here. In this case, we'll use the shopping cart service. And if I navigate over to the relationship section, I can then see all the code issue projects coming from Snyk. I can also attach additional code issue projects, and I can see all the code issues in low, medium, high vulnerabilities coming from Snyk as well. I can then use this data in our maturity checks to validate different things, such as making sure that there are zero critical vulnerabilities for a component. If I navigate over to the rubric, I can show you how to create one of those checks. We'll go ahead and add a check here. What we're going to use to validate this information is our code issue check that comes out of the box. And if I create check, I can add this to the security category as well as in the bronze level. And this check name will be Zero Critical Vulnerabilities from Snyk. For the severity level, I can select the Snyk Critical, and then I can do a max allowed of 0 and go ahead and enable this check. Now, once this check is enabled, I can then see, if I navigate over to the security category, I can see all the components that are passing or failing this check here. And so if I highlight these zero critical vulnerabilities from Snyk, I see 85% of my components have hit that. And so there's no critical vulnerabilities. I can then go ahead and view this report and see which components are failing, as we can see here. Additionally, on the individual maturity report, if I go to this catalog service, I can also see on the maturity report exactly what those vulnerabilities are that are failing here. And so we can see those critical vulnerabilities that appear for this particular component. Thanks for watching the video around the Snyk integration.